Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Today we're going to talk about future gridiron greats of Lancaster County, and it is a football camp and it's in its 5th year. With us right now we have the founder and manager of the camp. We have Ron Salzbach. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And one of the sponsors from the get-go. We have Aaron Wingert, and you are with Smile Builders and you are the dental plan operations director. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is a great idea. How did you come up with this, Ron?
Well, after being involved with football for 32 years of my 46 years of life, I'm a very busy business person and I can't coach full-time at a college level, but I wanted to be involved with football. But I also realized with the youth football age, there's a lot of pressure on those kids to perform for various reasons. Mm-hmm. I wanted to offer a football camp that allowed them to focus on all the fundamentals of football. A lot of kids get slotted in particular positions very early in their football career, and then they get driven in that direction, and then they mature at different rates over the next couple of years, and they either get moved by their coach, or they get bigger, or they don't catch up to some other kids and they get put in another position, then they have to learn fundamentals all over again. Mm-hmm. So we teach them all the fundamentals that day to give them something to take with them as their football career progresses.
That's great. Now, this is a one-day camp. It is Saturday. It's June 24th. It is free, which is great. It's at Clipper Stadium, and it's for kids ages, what, 7 to 14 years
Correct.
old? Right, okay. Now, Aaron, you've been involved since the get-go. What brought you into all of this?
Well, 5 years ago, as Smile Builders was developing our brand recognition in the community, we were looking for different ways that not only could we give back, but also build relationships with families. And Ron had approached us with a business plan for having the football camp, and he was as organized as could be. He had coaches, trainers already volunteered and ready to work with the children. And from our standpoint, we have a comprehensive dental practice. So we have orthodontics for the children, we have oral surgeon, as well as periodontist and endodontist for the adults. So finding a way to interact with the entire family, it seemed like a great relationship. And that first camp, we saw how organized Ron was. And there was a potential future here, and thought, you know, this is really going to be something. So let's jump on board and make the commitment. And we've been with him ever since.
Yeah, what do you see in camp?
You see a growing number of kids, and they're aged anywhere from 8 to their early teens. And everybody's there. There's a focus on safety. Last year there was a neurologist present who was doing presentations on concussions, and they do have the opportunities to learn the fundamentals. As Ron was saying, you know, I played sports a lot growing up, so it was easy to get involved and get excited about it. You know, the kids have a good time all day long, and so do the parents.
Yeah, that sounds great. And they especially will at Clipper, because it's very adult friendly there too. I think this is the first year it's going to be at Clipper, correct?
Yeah, in the past, it was kind of rudimentary and simple. We went to either a high school field or a middle school field, and I thank them for the opportunity to let us be there. But it's a long day because the parents have to stay as a guardian with the kids for the duration of the camp.
What are the hours?
Registration starts at 7:30 a.m. and then the camp ends roughly around 3:30 with a little break in the middle. But we wanted it to be parent friendly. We want them to have a good time, and if there's other family members that may want to come and take it in, that they have something to do while they're there. So we sat down with John Arisman from Clipper Magazine Stadium, and he gave us an offer to partner. And so we're going to have shaded seatings in the outfield. We're going to have food coming in from the outside, what is our future gridiron great prices.
Okay.
And then also we're going to have offer adult beverages. And then there's going to be anywhere from 70 to 120 businesses on site that the parents will be able to shop and, you know, spend their day. And then we're also going to have someone come in and talk about concussion protocol and educate the parents on things that they may want to look for in their child as far as symptoms or.
So in the past, you've had how many kids come to camp?
Initially it started out about 85, and then each year it's stepped up by about 20%. And just so far, we haven't even officially put the word out for registration at this point, but it's going to be, we're concerned we may have to cap it. We're getting a lot of interest, and we're going to shoot for 300 to 400 kids.
Okay. We're going to put the website up on the screen, and that's where you can find out more information and register. And it is on the 24th. It is that Saturday, so we know cutoff for registration is on the 20th. And when we've got So many different people together. There's a great energy there, isn't there?
Absolutely. A lot of the businesses get involved for, obviously to promote themselves to the parents, but they end up building relationships. And to this day, some of the businesses that initially worked with us in the infancy stages, they're now helping each other and using building blocks of their relationship. So,
Right. How many coaches do you have, and where do you get them?
well, we typically have 30 to 40, but it looks like this year with the numbers, we're going to need 60. And every year we welcome new coaches. It's not a clique by any means. They all come from different perspectives and different skill levels. Anyone from youth, junior high, high school, college, professional, they're all welcome as long as, we have to do a background check due to the kids.
Yes, right. This really is important for you to be a part of, and it's a part of the community, isn't it, Aaron?
It is. And now that it's growing, we're moving into a bigger venue at Clipper Stadium. We're obviously attracting more kids and more families. And as Ron said, there's an unbelievable opportunity to build business relationships as well. The kids are having the fun, and they're learning the fundamentals of football. But from a business standpoint, not only are you giving back, but you do have the opportunity to build the relationships directly with the families. And with over 100 businesses now participating, you'll be able to expand your network of business networking.
Yeah, and by having this free to the students, that really makes all the difference for everyone, doesn't it?
I believe every child should have the ability to grow their football experience. Not everyone can afford to go to a camp. Not to say that everyone that comes to our camp can't afford to go to one, but they come to ours because they like our theory, which is they believe the kids should get well-rounded fundamentals at different positions, because they don't know that if they like something unless they try it.
That's right.
Or like I said, they may need to be moved. But all I can say is none of this would be possible without Aaron and the Smile Builders family, and I appreciate them. You've been with me 5 years.
That's
I
right.
appreciate that.
Well, it is.
Absolutely.
It's about the community all coming together.
It really is.
And it's good for everybody.
Yeah.
And thank you for your participation with this and the other sponsors too. And I know the parents are probably looking forward to connecting with each other too. And the kids probably that come back each year being a part of this too, and the new ones as well. We're going to get a unique perspective from a student that has attended and also from a coach. And we're going to do that when we return, so stay with us. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about future gridiron greats of Lancaster County. And with us right now, we have one of them. We also have one of the coaches. Douglas Johnson, you are a coach. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And Douglas Johnson Jr., you are one of the students that attends this wonderful free camp. You're looking forward to it, aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah. So you've been going all 5 years, correct?
correct.
It's been a really good experience, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. And how long have you been coaching, Douglas?
The 5
all
years
5
as well,
years, too.
yes.
So you were a McCaskey player.
Yes.
That was great. So, so you got recruited to be a coach, is that right?
Yeah.
This is a great way for coaches, for people who've played before, and but want to extend some of their career to be a part of something like this. Isn't that true?
Yes, it is. I mean, for someone like me, I mean, I have, boys, so I would like to put a lot of time into coaching them growing up, but with the work schedule, I'm not able to do that. So every chance that I get, as far like with Ron's camp, I try to coach when I can.
That's great.
To help out.
So what all do you coach specifically when you were there at this camp?
I do the linebackers.
Okay.
So we just teach the kids the fundamentals, the stance, the movement, and just, like I said, teaching them the fundamentals of being a linebacker.
Yeah.
Back to the basics.
It's great working with a lot of other coaches too, isn't it, Douglas?
Yes. You get to see different aspects from different type of people.
Different approaches.
Different approaches,
That sort of
yes.
thing too. So what is it like for you to come back to this camp, Douglas? It's a lot of fun too, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
So what do you learn?
I learned a lot of stuff I haven't learned yet, and so, like, the camp really helps me. It motivates me to do better, not work harder.
So where do you go to school?
Landis Run Intermediate School.
And you are what, 12?
Yes.
Okay, so what position do you play in school?
Well, I play linebacker, middle linebacker, and right guard.
And right guard. Do you like those positions?
Yes.
What do you like about those positions?
Well, at right guard, like, you get the hit and block for your teammates. And for middle linebacker, it's like fun to get hit people and get tackles and interceptions.
So at camp, do you have a lot of your teammates attend this too?
Most of them.
Okay, so that's kind of a good way after school is over and before you get into August practice to have this concentrated day, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you made other friends through this too?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. What do you like best about the camp?
Well, I like best
Meeting people.
meeting new people.
And the fact too that you learn something different each year, don't you? Yeah. What is it about the kids that come to this camp that keeps you coming back too?
Just the excitement that the kids have, the enjoyment that they have for that day. They can come out and let their hair down and act crazy and have fun and enjoy, what they like to do.
Okay. So how is the day structured? What time we get there? Registration, we said, starts earlier.
Registration starts earlier, so the coaches usually get there about a half an hour, 45 minutes prior to registration. We meet with Ron. He runs through an agenda with us, what we're going to do for the day, the goals, and we just start talking football and have a great day.
And is it divided up into different sessions and a break for lunch? Is that how this goes?
Yeah, what they do is we have different I'm sorry, I can't think.
Sessions?
Sessions. So we have linebackers, offensive line, running backs, wide receivers. So there's a time limit, maybe about a 10-minute time limit between each one, and then we just switch out. And then we go to about lunchtime, have lunch, and then run it through again until everybody gets through.
Ron was talking a little bit earlier about the value of trying all these different areas. You see that as being vitally important too, don't you?
Yes. I mean, it's just, like I said, the kids, like Ron was saying earlier, sometimes the kids are forced into different positions, and as time goes on, they might get bigger, stronger, they might not develop as well. And it's just good for them to have a base foundation of all positions and the basics so that when they get to that point, they understand a little bit and it's a little easier transition.
Sure, sure. And that's fun for you to try different things too, isn't it, Douglas?
Yes.
Yeah. What do some of your friends say about camp? What do they say to you?
Well, they love it and they look forward to going to it every year. That's what they tell me, and it's very enjoyable for them.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you get to also see some different coaches as well, and you learn differently from different people. Yeah. And what I love about this too, it's so all comprehensive. And you look at different areas about, safety as well too, and that's vitally important too, right?
Very, yes.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Just teaching the kids proper technique of tackling, keeping your head up, not lowering your head where you can have neck injury, and just the importance of, goes down to hydration, just little small things, stretching.
Right.
Things like that.
Things that are all important and key elements to keep remembering. And you remember that through the season then too, don't you? How is it going to be for you to be at Clipper Stadium for camp this year?
It's going to be very exciting for me.
That's going to be way cool, right?
Yeah.
Being where our barnstormers typically are.
Yes.
And to be able to do that and you say, I was there, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure the rest of your friends are looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
It's great, yeah. And I'm sure we're going to probably even have more parents come out to be a part of this too because of the different vendors that are there and because of the location, right, Douglas?
Yes, we're hoping. I'm hoping that we get, like you said, every year it grows bigger, and hopefully this year it gets even bigger.
That's right. That sounds really good. Once again, we're going to put the website up on the screen. You can find out everything about future Gridiron Greats of Lancaster County. It is going to be held for one day. It's on June 24th. It's Saturday at Clipper Stadium. It is free. So if you're between the ages of 7 and 14, and it can be girls or guys too.
Correct.
So either one can come out. We've going to have a lot of coaches, a lot of students there, and it's going to be a lot of fun and going to learn a lot too.
Yes.
A final thought, Douglas?
Just come out and have fun, and hopefully everybody sees this and gets their kids out, and so they can have a great day of football learning.
And a final thought from you, Douglas.
Yeah, come out and play hard and have fun.
Yeah, and that's what it's about too. Thank you so much for taking time and sharing with us what goes on there, and have a wonderful time when this comes up.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to find out more about football and cheerleading. Yes, stay with us. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about future gridiron greats of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And we've brought back once again the founder and manager of the camp, Ron Salzbach, and joining us right now, cheerleading, Crystal Weaver. You are the girls' coach of cheerleading and also owner of Fame All Stars. What is Fame All Stars?
Fame All Stars is an organization based on all-star cheerleading, and we train cheerleaders. We strictly do competitions, local and national competitions, so we do travel, but it's a training center that we have for the girls in Lancaster.
Okay, great. Once again, this camp is free to kids ages 7 to 14, and it is Saturday, June 24th at Clipper Stadium. Now, the cheerleading camp is a component of this. That's what, 9 until noon,
9
correct?
to noon, yes.
What are they going to do?
Well, our coaches are all certified in every level of cheerleading, so they will be working on jumps, they'll be working on some tumbling. We can do some stunts, they'll work on a dance. What we want is for the girls to enjoy what they're doing and have fun. For girls that don't always come out to cheer, this is a perfect opportunity for them to see if they like it.
Yeah.
We will work on a halftime routine, as he's saying, and they will perform at the intermission for everybody.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be really good. Well, it was great to have one of the coaches and also one of the students attend. Wasn't it great to listen to what young Douglas was saying about the camp too?
Yeah, absolutely. When it's over, everyone disperses, and I really don't get to engage the kids because everyone comes from different places. And it's very fulfilling for me to hear the sincere fun that they're having, and that's what matters to me.
Yeah, it really does. We're going to put the website on the screen. That's where you can go to register. You have up to June 20th to do that. And for those who may just be joining us, what's so unique about your camp, in addition to the fact that it is free for this, is that they get to sample various different positions. Correct. Just address that again briefly.
There's a lot of pressure on kids younger than ever before to excel and perform. I see 8, 9-year-olds that have personal trainers. It's beyond me why they need that, but every family has their personal position on that. I just believe at that age that they should have fun because they develop at different rates: height, weight, speed, mental acuity, and as they age and go through their youth programs, they may be asked to play another position, and our camp will give them a strong fundamental base of each position so that if they do get asked to move or they have to be moved, they have something going into it to fight with, in a sense.
Safety is important, and it's important to educate. That's a key component for you, isn't it?
Yeah, the coaches talk to the kids about side cliff note items as they're in line for their drills, or they're talking about being hydrated, making sure you warm up before you stretch, how critical it is to tackle with your head up, and not use the crown of your head. And all our drills are specific around it. Now, our camp is non-contact. There isn't any equipment other than football shoes, and we issue them a t-shirt. So it's not full contact, but it's 90% of what they would get at a regular football camp. It's just not focused on a specific position.
Okay. And you've had some good feedback from last year. Last year was your first year, right?
Yes.
What did the girls say, Crystal?
They enjoyed the fact that they could come out and have a stress-free environment to just learn basic motions, jumps, a cheer, a dance. They enjoyed that. And that's what it is about for us at this, is having fun. They need to have fun when they're doing this.
Yeah, that is so important. And so did the other students too. They have a good time, right?
Oh, absolutely. I just felt that it's a long day for the families, and I noticed the prior years that we had kids, predominantly girls, but kids that weren't involved with football, and I thought if I was going to bring that aspect in, I wanted to work with someone who had an accountability about themselves and a business sense, and I know what she does year-round. I'm a personal friend of hers, and I know what she goes through and the management and the time involved. So she was obviously my first choice as far as the management aspect of it, because I knew she'd come through.
It's great to have the sponsorship that you do have and the community buy-in with this, and having this at Clipper Stadium is just going to be way cool for everybody. And the fact that you're going to have over 100 vendors there, I know that the parents and friends of are going to really enjoy being a part of that too. You were telling me a little bit earlier there's going to be all kinds of categories, correct?
There'll be businesses represented from multiple industries, and we're still, accepting offers from folks that want to be involved. But a lot of our businesses repeat every year because they have a good time, and it's fruitful for them. They build relationships with other business owners. One of the things we do uniquely, at the end of the day, we do giveaways.
Okay.
And if a family visits all the businesses and uses their verification form and turns it into our press box announcer, they're eligible to win giveaways at the end of the day. And we're talking 50 to 60 giveaway items at the end of the day. So it sends everybody out pretty happy.
Yeah, boy, this is a lot to coordinate, and
is.
I applaud your effort with this because this does make a difference to the community with everything that you do. Crystal, what else would you like to leave us with and know about what you're doing?
Well, I would like to thank Ron for including us in this. Fame All-Stars loves cheerleading, but more than anything, we love to be able to give back to our community. So I knew when he started this and invited us to do it, I knew it was something that we wanted to do. We love being able to help other people and the kids, and it'll be great for them to come in, and Clipper Stadium is a perfect spot for this. This will be amazing.
Absolutely. Ron, what do you want us to know that we might not have covered yet?
That sports are not everything. As much as it's been part of my life and taught me a lot of lessons, a lot of the football experience and the cheer experience with Crystal will allow them to decide if it's something they want to get into, because it does take commitment, and there's physical output, there's time output on weekends, and parents and kids a lot of them come to me and said, you help me make an educated decision whether he or she's going to be involved, and that's part of it too. It's not about the panacea to the National Football League. It's not about that at this age.
And there are other lessons that they learn through the process. They learn to be a team. They grow. I can see just from young Douglas, who was on here, the confidence that he has. And I think that this is probably a part of it too. These are lessons and skills that you learn, correct? Yeah.
Right. Our coaches, the coaches, there's some specific character traits that we look for in the coaches that we bring in. And one of the things is how you react to a young athlete when they ask you a question is just as important as what you're trying to teach.
And that's what it's all about. Thank you for all that you do. And thank you for joining us today, too. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines, reminding you to look behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.